Okay, yeah.
We in here live with Robert Mwandia.
That's it.
You see, I almost forgot it.
You got it right, though.
See, I had to look
You got it
down
right,
there and
though.
get it, man. But let's talk about this run, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. June 1st.
College Station to Las Vegas, but that is a long way, bro. What made you decide to want to run that for?
Man, I don't know. I think what it was I needed to do something to get heard.
Mhm.
So it had to be loud enough.
Yeah.
And, it couldn't be a run to Austin. That's not loud enough. It had to be.
That's to me, that's
Right.
loud. You talking clear across the room when you say,
He said running out the house is loud enough.
man.
Yeah, so I just needed something that would create a buzz.
Mhm.
And as you know, Las Vegas is the mecca of DJing. If you're a DJ,
Yeah.
you want to get a spot in Vegas.
Yeah.
And so it made sense for me as a DJ to run from home, which is College Station, to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So that's why we picked Las Vegas as opposed to anywhere else.
So did you come up with it by yourself, or did you like have a team of people kind of help you be like, you know what, maybe you should run to Vegas?
So what I did was I knew what I wanted to accomplish, which is a music festival. So I just tried to think of what tools I had, what skills I had. And I enjoy running. I run quite a bit
Yeah.
already. And so I said, you know what? Let me use what I got, then try to do something that I have no skills in and not succeed.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Let's run to Vegas. And it just came up. Just in my mind, I was like, you think I could do it? I think you could do it. I told myself I could do it. So
You got a strong mind. I can tell you that because my mind ain't telling me to run to no Vegas for nobody. I don't care what music festival is going on. So we need people like you in the world
Thank
to
you,
do
thank
things
you.
like that.
No doubt.
But man, it's just crazy. So you originally from Houston?
Yes,
correct?
yes. And I went to high school here in Houston. Moved to College Station. I played rugby for A&M.
You played rugby?
Yeah, I played rugby for A&M. 4 years. 4 years.
What? Now that is a difference.
And that is.
That's a real sport.
It
I
is.
understand football is
It
a
sure
real
is.
sport, but rugby, you can really hurt
Absolutely.
somebody
Yes, sir.
with rugby.
But it's awesome. It's a good sport. It's a great sport.
How did you get? I know we talk about the run, but I just
Right.
want to,
So my family.
you played rugby
my
for
fam-
A&M.
My family is originally from Kenya.
Uh-huh.
And outside running, the next big sport in Kenya is rugby.
Uh-huh.
So coming to the States, I had that background.
It was nothing
So
for you.
it
It
was
was just
easy.
hopping.
And so I played a couple of high school games.
Yeah.
And the coach at A&M came to recruit me at one of my games. So that's how I made it out to College Station.
Hey, man, that's dope. That's dope. I just had to stop and talk on that.
No,
'cause
you
that- I
good.
did not
Yeah, we
expect
getting
you to
to know
say
each other.
rugby right off the bat. But yeah, man, back to this run though, man. But it's just, when is it? How much funds have you raised so far?
So what we have, it's twofold. We want to raise money for the actual run because there's stuff like equipment I need.
It costs.
We need to rent a car.
It costs.
For
Yeah.
my crew. We need accommodation. We need food. So the first half is between now and I'd say beginning of May. We have a GoFundMe to raise $13,000, and that money would get us just to Vegas. Me and my crew of two guys, Andrew Chin, photographer, and I have a filmmaker with me, Brian Kimball.
Yeah.
So that will just get us to Vegas. But as far as the music festival, it's going to be a Kickstarter campaign. So that will take off right when I take off in June. We'll have the Kickstarter campaign start, and that allows both corporate sponsors, individuals who want to put in $20 just to help the cause. That's what that campaign will do. The Kickstarter
I
campaign.
definitely think, like you just starting out, but it's gonna catch way more momentum before June, July.
It's so
kickoff.
crazy.
take
You
off
said
running.
a buddy of mine said, "Man, once we get closer,
It's gonna
Yeah.
take off. Like, it's just, you don't see too many people running like to do something that's not for them. It's for everybody else. Like
Yes,
it's not
sir.
even really something for you. I'm pretty
Nah.
sure you're in the music, but it's a bring up music
It's for the
for
city.
everybody else.
It's
you
for
know
the
what I mean?
city.
And it's just, man, that's a big thing, man. Especially
you so
originally
much.
coming from Hearn, and the
Yeah.
College Station to be so close. That is
That's
something
your
that is
backyard.
very needed in that area.
absolutely, absolutely." And we have the market for it. We have the market for it.
So who's all jumped on board that you've known before that you didn't know? Like any celebrity that jumped on board and talked to you, like, hey man, what is going on?
I tell you this, we got a couple in the works. I don't want to say names yet, but I'd say in the next 2 months, as far as social media, you'll see a couple of names of people we all know.
Yeah.
We all know. But our goal is to try and grow, with just word of mouth. Word of mouth. And I
Yeah.
think that's important because then people really believe it as opposed to getting a stamp from somebody big.
Yeah.
If you can get people to believe in what you're doing, they'll tell their friends.
And that's the hardest. And hey, if don't nobody believe you running
There
that
you
far,
go.
they gonna believe now
Right.
at this point. For real. So what's after that? What's next? So,
So-
after the run, the music. Okay.
So
if
what-
you raise the funds and they don't come, or you going with the funds, you just gonna create your own music festival.
There you go. So our goal is we know we can get at least over 10K. And so based off the money that we raise,
Yeah.
that will determine the size of the festival we have. So with, like you said, the celebrity help that we do get, or if it really blows up through interviews like this, if we get a lot of funding, then we'll have a bigger festival
Yeah.
with a bigger headliner. But if we have something, modest, we'll have a modest festival. So it just depends how much interest we do get, or how much interest we generate through the Kickstarter.
Man, I definitely think through the Kickstarter, if y'all haven't, y'all should be trying to do little mixes for artists, for people, for the actual platform itself to come. I'm pretty sure that'll raise more funds for y'all
Absolutely.
and different things because, I don't think, besides that, I don't think one continuous thing in College Station that
No.
goes on that big,
That's
to
it.
that magnitude.
But and our biggest thing with me and my crew is, you look at Houston, Austin, all these other towns which are an hour away
Yeah.
have those. And then we have the kids in College Station, we have residents in College Station driving to these towns, Austin and Houston, to go and enjoy music when we should be able to just host these artists.
Yeah.
Because we have the demographic who goes to these shows, who goes to festivals, who goes to concerts in Houston and Austin and Dallas. So we want to do something at home. We want to do something in College
And
Station.
I'm surprised that it hasn't been because A&M is, without A&M, College Station would probably be just like Hearn. I'm going to say it.
Absolutely.
But
A pass-through town.
A&M brings a lot of people there. Like, especially when they had the step show. I expected that to
Yes.
constantly be going on and on forever, but it didn't. And for the music festival to come back, I definitely think it would generate a lot of money coming back into the city as far as any little small towns back that way anyway.
Yes.
And just, bro, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around
It's gonna be
starting
tough.
in Texas. First of all, Texas is probably 3 days to get out of this, man.
To be honest with you, the one thing that's making me nervous when you say Texas is the heat.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm nervous about. But what we're doing is we're looking at running early mornings and late evenings, so we can go around the heat.
early mornings, late evening. So if you can give us a little breakdown, how do you expect to go out this whole 45? It's 45 days, right?
It's
For the
45 days.
The whole run.
It's 45
start to
days for
finish.
the whole run. And God willing, no injuries.
Yeah.
But 45 days is what it would take running 26 miles
Yeah.
each day. So a full marathon each day would get us there in 45 days. So we would leave on June 1st.
Yeah.
And my goal is, for the first one, we might not be able to leave in the morning because we want a lot of our friends to come to College Station when we take off. So it'll probably be in the afternoon.
I'll definitely be there.
Right.
I'll definitely
But
be
thank
there.
you. Thank you. But after that day, we hope to run early mornings. Early mornings. So that way I can recover and then I can do more of this stuff. Because if I run at night, that means I'll be asleep during the day. So if I can knock it out in the morning, it gives me time to do press runs like
Yeah.
this.
Did somebody kind of like push you to the limit? Be like, you got to make it 45 days. You got to do 10 miles here, 10 there. They be like, because it could have been extended for like 60 days. You know what I mean?
True.
Let me do 3 miles a day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Other reason I picked 45 days was I understand the generation we live in, man, our attention span is a lot shorter. So any event that goes on for too long gets forgotten about.
I actually expect you
You
to be
know.
picking up sponsorships along the way.
I
on
hope
the
so.
run.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
he's gonna film the whole run, correct?
Yes, I have a buddy who's going to be filming the whole run, and our goal is to put together like a docu-series.
Documentary,
A docu-series, kind of like they did. I know BT has had a lot of those shows that they split up, and it's over 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Like the Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
We want to do something similar
And
to where we can drop it on YouTube.
Man, I really hope that goes far, bro, because I see it coming. Cause
Yeah. I
it's
think it'll be
just-
something great.
So when you make it to Vegas, what's the plan?
So the
pass
plan is
out?
100%. I would like to end with a show. So based off this buzz that we do get, I'm gonna reach out to some contacts and have a big show where I DJ. Because that's my background is DJing. So it'd be cool to just end with a big either like a pool party or like one of the clubs and have just like a 2-hour set. So all my friends who fly in that day at the end of the race, they can enjoy a dope set.
For you
A
to
dope
have
set.
some energy after all that run to try to throw a party, because
We
I
need
ain't throwing.
to.
I don't want to see nobody.
Right.
I'm
Give me that water and let me go sleep.
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
That's a man. So So before the music festival, the arts festival, all that come, do you have anything else like in the works after that, or something like their next goal, or certain things that you want to bring or do?
So what I did was I reached out to a lot of local businesses in town, predominantly bars because that's where I'm around as a DJ.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is do a couple of profit shares. So I'll go in and DJ a 3-hour set, and then whatever revenue they bring in within those hours, the bar will donate that towards the Kickstarter or the GoFundMe. So a lot of profit shares is what we're doing right now. So if you guys can come out there and spread the word, man, we appreciate that.
We would definitely be there to support you, bro.
Appreciate it.
When I ran across the article and I saw it, and I was like, he's running from where to where?
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
crazy.
And I was like, College State. I was like, he's too close to home for me not to bring him on
Right.
here
Thank
for
you.
him to do it. I'm
Thank
just
you.
like, man. So with the run, you running. What does it look like while you're on the run? Are you on back streets? Or are you on the main? Like, no, it
It's
can't be on
a
the main
lot of
highway.
feeder road. You'll see it like we'll
Oh, so you
try
are
our
going to
best.
be on like highways, but
Oh, it's going to be
feeder.
highway. It's going to be highway. So I put this whole thing myself, and it's been hard to try and figure out what the best route is. So what we did was we put it on our phone, and we just whatever the route is on Google Maps
And you gonna
is
run
the
that
route
route.
we're going to take.
Oh, God.
And that's what we did, and that's how we figured out what the distance was. So just from my house, I put it in on my phone to see how far it would be to get to Las Vegas, and I think it was a little under 1,300 miles. And
And you know, Google
whatever.
give you the fastest route.
Yes.
On the
And so it's going to be a lot of feeder road, a lot of feeder road. A few here and there going through a couple of small towns, but predominantly it'll be all freeway.
I could
be a lot of
definitely
freeway.
see it, especially. I mean, so what is the time limit from the running schedule? Like, is it in the morning, like starting at like 5, and then you stopping at 5 in the evening?
So what I told myself I wanted to do was to keep almost like a work schedule, like a 8 to 5. And so those exact same hours are the hours that I'd like to be on my feet.
Yeah.
Between running or walking or stopping to grab a drink, using the bathroom, whatever it is. I just want it to be within 7 hours, 7-8 hours, so that I have enough time to recover
Rest and get back
and
in.
do the same thing.
So have you been training for it?
Yes, I have. So I've been running for, the last 5 years. I've been running quite a bit. But to get prepared for this race, I started mainly in January. Did about 8 miles, and now I'm about to 10 miles every day. And so next month we'll do 12 miles. And the 2 months before we take off, we'll do 15 miles every day.
So what you're
Every
saying
day.
is you didn't pretty much already ran this
I run a
1,300
lot.
miles before you
I
even
run
get
a
there.
lot. Yeah, I do run a lot. The thing is, this run is, I believe, is more mental toughness more than anything. It's getting up and doing the same thing over and over. I have 2 dogs. I'm not going to be around my dogs. You know what I mean? I have responsibilities to my DJ sets that I have a week. I'm not going to be able to see those people. So it's just getting up every day and doing the same thing. It can drive you crazy. And so I think having that mental toughness to me is the biggest challenge, because physically I picked something that I'm good at. I didn't pick swimming. I picked running because I'm good at running. And so the toughest game here for me is the mental game. I think that's what will be tough, is keep my head straight and not going crazy.
Man, see, and that's another thing. The run. See, I'm still on the running because
Right.
only place I'm gonna run is probably to my car and back in the house, if anything, man. But I'm just like 1,300 miles. That I definitely see that being a mental game, because I don't even think I'd be mentally prepared to ride that much to just
Right.
watch you that whole time.
But believe it or not, man, doing stuff like this and having more people involved, it kind of gives you more of a reason. Like, nah, I can't fail now.
Yeah.
All the people listening to us today, man, there's no way I can fail now. So the more people we have involved, the better it is. The better it is.
So, far as along this whole time, did you like gain a whole bunch of people? Like, have people been coming out of woodworks? Like, Rob,
you-
man, I seen it, man. What?
I don't want to put anybody out there, but yeah.
know
A
it.
few people have hit me up, people I haven't heard from in a while, but it's all love.
Hey, man.
It's all love. It's all love. But all the support is all we need.
Yeah.
That's all we need. Just people talking about it, people sharing it, tweeting it, talking about it. It brings something good to College Station.
So, have a bunch of people like reached out to you to try to do interviews and try to get in and just get more information on it itself?
I have. I think the local TV station reached out through a friend, but after having a discussion with them, it made sense to do it a little sooner to the race. Like I know you and I said we'll do something the day of the race, just so it stays, in people's minds. Because there's so much going on between our phones and real life that people will forget, and we don't want that. We want people to remember what we're doing. So closer to June, we'll do a lot more press stuff. Some more TV stuff and more radio stuff like this.
So did you change your eating habits for this? Well, I don't know if you eat healthy or not. Some people is like he run that far as he still gonna eat
fairly healthy, but a month out, I'll clean up 100%. Like no drinking.
A month? That's all you think? You don't think you need longer than a month?
Nah, I'm good. It's just also because I run quite a bit.
I was about to say,
and the other thing is, I kind of know my body. So I know what I need not to have. I know what I need more of. And when I get closer to the race, I'll tighten up.
Yeah.
I'll tighten up.
Man, if you just not tuning in, we still in here with Rob Mwandia. He's running from College Station, Texas to Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Man, if you just tuning in, I'm just going to
we should put that on repeat. That's just that right there.
That's all. Because if you can't get your mind around that, you don't need to be listening to it at all. But, so, with the run, like, what all comes with it? Like, have you been getting like any perks? Have anybody like see you out and be like, hey man, you run, hey, hit this free meal. You deserve this free meal. Any music people reached out to you? Any platforms?
I tell you who's reached out the most, believe it or not, is artists. Because they're like, man, if this thing happened, I need to be on there. So I've gotten a couple of DMs from just local artists or, a couple of rappers in Houston, a few DJs who would want to be on the platform. And all I'm asking them is, man, share it. If it gets big enough, we'll all be on stage.
And them need to get behind you on it because
I
you
really
need to
do.
go back
Man.
and talk to your coach about that because, man.
Yeah, and so that's what we're trying to do is try to reach out to prominent people at Texas A&M and see if they can back us up or even just share it. Just tell your friends about it because if you do, one of your friends is who we need. One of your friends is the sponsor I need. So you know what I mean? So just talk about it. That's what I tell everybody. Just talk about it.
Man, that's a great thing, man.
Thank you so much.
I'm still sitting up here wrapping my brain around running that far, man. I know I done said it plenty of times, people, but
it is crazy.
That's 1,300 miles of running.
It is crazy.
I ain't doing it.
And also, once we post the route on my website, we encourage everybody to come in and do a couple of miles with me. In fact, a buddy of mine from college hit me up this morning and asked if he can run with me. I said, yeah, once I post the route,
run along,
he wants to run along with me. I said, man, you must have a lot of time off work. But what we decided was once we post the route, like my family will come walk a couple of miles with me. Hopefully I'll see you along the route. I know I'll see you in Vegas, but hopefully I'll see you along the route. And you just come and do an interview, walk a few miles with me, talk with me. And the more people we've got involved is what we need. Yeah.
So how does it go back? Okay, so when you're doing the run, you're doing your 5 or 8 hours. So do you stop there, find a spot to sleep, or do you stop and sleep right there in the van or wherever you at, and then you start back again, wake up from that same day? Or do you go back to that spot where you ended and start from there?
So what we'll do is every morning I'll take off, and I'll have a stencil with my logo on it. So I'll take off, I'll do the 26 miles, we'll stop on the street, and we'll spray that stencil. We'll mark it, and so we'll know where we stopped. And then we'll get into the car, or I think we'll have a van, a rental van. We'll get into the van and go back to the hotel if the funds are there. If they're not there, then we're going to do exactly what you said. We might have to park somewhere and sleep for the night. So it's just, either way, it's going to get done. It's going to get done.
I'm going to just say we need to get these funds because I don't recommend
your
back taking that sleep in the van to get up and go
I
back,
might not
man.
make it if we do that.
I'm trying to tell you because I know it's going to be plenty of spots along the route where it's going to be a blank spot. You ain't going to have time to go back to the hotel or to the motel to sleep. Like, bro, like, I'm still trying to see how is that going to work out. Like,
but I will tell you this too. I think that's part of the adventure too, is not knowing.
Yeah.
Because if it's so planned out, it's not exciting. We know what's going to happen.
We in 2019. I need to know everything. Precautions, what could happen, everything.
I feel you. For me, I think it adds to the adventure. Also with the recording the whole run with the DVD, people want to see that.
Yeah.
People want to see that, man, this dude had to sleep in his car just because there's no hotels around. I think that's important. I think it's important.
I definitely think
it adds value to the magnitude of what we're doing.
I definitely think that it's going to give you something to go through, but just because of the fact that it's nothing there. So for you got to sleep in wilderness and be out there, just out there, it's going to bring up more story to you because you never know what you're going to see while you're out there.
That's true.
And like that's bad.
other thing is, I've seen somebody who did something similar to raise money for cancer, and he had such a good buzz that along the way, families were just giving them a room. They're like, "Hey, man, we heard you're stopping in Fort Worth. We have a guest room. Come stay here." So we're hoping the same thing happens too.
Yeah.
If we have such a good buzz that we have friends and family who love what we're doing, want to be part of it, and they offer up their home, they give us a meal.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
Man, I definitely think it's gonna happen because I don't see nobody to know the fact that you could be that far out and could be that far without any real restaurants and things like. We gotta get this man. He come running through here. Hey,
Man,
you gonna stop, get your cup
I
of
need
water,
that. I need
something.
that. I need that.
For real. But yeah, we still in here. If you just not tuning in, we still kicking it with Rob Mwandia. We in 92 Kales with G and Renegade. But man, this run, man, this thing here is getting on my nerves. Boy, you keep on sliding down.
No, you good?
Killing me, man. But yeah, so get to Vegas. You're gonna party.
And then that's when the real work starts. Because based off the budget that I have and the sponsorship dollars that I've raised, I got to make it happen now.
Oh, it's going. I feel
know,
like it's already happening because I feel like it's already there. You just don't know it yet. I think your camp already know. They haven't told you yet. They want you to get through the run first.
That's true. Yeah, I think if I make it all the way, I think enough eyeballs will have seen what's going on and will support having seen the festival actually happen. Yeah. So our goal is to get as many eyeballs involved so that we can get in partnership with people who can help us have this festival happen.
Bro, I definitely see it coming for you guys.
Come on.
Bro, you do it. Hey, man, I'm just keep.
I might have you be on stage hosting the whole thing.
I don't care. Hey, I would do that.
Yes,
I'm gonna do that. I don't care what nobody else say, bro. We support you over here.
Thank
man,
you so much.
Man.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, man. Is it before we get up out of here, tell the people what like your social medias and where they can find you, any information they can get on the video, anything.
Okay, so my handle for both, I think my handle across the board for social media is at Rob Mwandia. I'll spell that for you. It's at ROBMWA and for Nancy DIA at Rob Mwandia. That's for Instagram and Twitter, and that's where most of the people will get updates. And then my website is robthedj.com, and the is THA, robthedj.com.
Hey.
And that's where you get those shirts. All that merch is on that
Matter of
website.
fact, let me hold
All
it.
that merch
Man,
is
let
on
me
that
throw you this
website.
shirt so you can hold it up for us so you can see. We finna show y'all this shirt, man. You get plenty of shirts.
So that's the logo. I'm sure you've seen that. That's the Rob logo. I think I got it on in it's one of our Cheers T-shirts, and these are all on the website.
Bad.
So go on there, buy some merch. It helps us to get to Las Vegas.
Definitely.
Kick it, yeah.